This is Star Wars The Black Series. This figure is Princess Leia Organa. So this is from the Return of the Jedi, the Endor campaign. So let's unbox this figure. So we have the Princess Leia figure out of packaging. So I also got the Luke Skywalker figure from the same Endor campaign. So we've got them side by side for point of comparison. So we see a certain degree of semblance between the two figures. Same helmet. We have the same gimmick of having a camouflage patterned poncho of some sort, and one weapon. So Luke Skywalker would have a lightsaber. Leia Organa would have a blaster or laser pistol. So this is what the poncho looks like on a base out of the box Leia figure, so it does not look good. So the belt only tucks in the front part of the poncho, but the back part is loose. So as expected with the Luke Skywalker, there would be a lot of detail under this camouflage poncho. So let's get ahead and get these things out of the way. I've taken the three accessories of the figure: the helmet, which is identical to the Luke Skywalker figure, the poncho, which is also identical to the Luke Skywalker figure, just a different color, and the pistol and the pistol belt. The pistol belt opens on the pistol pocket or accessory pocket. Okay, so let's discuss the figure. And I was really surprised when I took all of those accessories. I was greeted by that really huge gap on the waistline. So I really don't know whether it is just the copy that I bought, or all Leia Organa Endor figures are designed this way, with that really wide gap on the waistline. Because I thought that the ball joint was not too engaged with the socket, so I tried to really push that ball into the socket. But that is really the limit of the figure. So I think that it is designed that way. So I'm really much disappointed with this figure because of that problem. Or if it's not a problem, if it's really designed this way, then oh wow. But it offers really wide range of articulation for the waistline because we don't have a cut on the diaphragm. Now, that gapping issue is solved by the pistol belt. But how wide that belt is? So, when you put it on the figure, it hides that gap. And with the accessory on this accessory, it makes the figure bearable to the eye of the collector. But you know that it's really there, and you could still see the space when you tilt the figure this way. You could see that really wide gap. So I think that this figure, unlike the Luke Skywalker, is designed to really have this poncho over the figure, and it's not to be taken off in its lifetime, to hide the fact that they have really that wide gapping area on the waistline. Okay, so once we take out the poncho, aside from that really big thing that's might cause for disappointment for this figure, so we could see the point of articulation for this Leia Organa. So good job Hasbro on that really nice head sculpt. We have 2 points of articulation on the neck, so we have articulation over here and over here, so upper neck and lower neck, which really gives a wide range of motion for that neck area. Basically, we also have the rotation and swivel on the arms, single point of articulation on the elbow, and rotation on the hands and swivel. We have a thigh cut over here, single point of articulation on the knee, and a little bit of bend and swivel on the foot, and that's it. With this foot also, I've been trying to really straighten it out, so I think I just need to apply a little bit of heat to loosen that joint up, but I think that the heat method won't do anything to this figure, but because I think that that is the limit of articulation for the foot area. As you could see that the end of the swivel is over here, and when you try to really straighten that foot out, it's, you know, that is, you're hitting the limit. So I think that you just have, when you try to stand this figure, you have to angle it on a certain way so that one of the legs would be a supporting brace to hold a position, opposing position for the figure. So something like this. So the other leg would be pointing sideways while the other leg is pointing straight, for you to gain a forward stance. But even with that, it still topples backwards or forwards. So really disappointed with this figure. Well, anyways, let's try to remedy the situation. So off camera, I subjected both this boot area to heat, and they really won't budge. This moved a little bit, just 1 notch, but this area is really shut off. So that's the limit to that boot. It won't move any further. It will just swivel to the side this ways, and that's the limit. So for this Leia figure to stand on its own, the position has to be this way. So about 25 degrees bend on the left leg, and try to swivel it 10 degrees or 5 degrees inwards, and you've got a standing pose for your Leia figure. So that is for display purposes, if you're going to display this piece without a stand. So with a little bit of hemp cord, so I tried as much as possible to really make this camouflage poncho look good on the figure. So much of the tucking in away is on the back side, so the front would really look nice and neat, so just like in the movie. So I would possibly look this way. Anyway, you won't be displaying your figures from the back this way, where much of the folded material is visible. It's going to be this way. Same thing with the Luke Skywalker figure, but because it's a male figure, so we have a wider area on the torso that you could really play with the material as to make the cloak look good from the back and look good from the front, without exposing, of course, that large black belt buckle, because it breaks the outline of the camouflage pattern. But with the Leia figure, we have no choice but to really make use of the belt on top of the camouflage poncho, because this thing really covers up much of the space needed to really tuck the excess material. So just a little bit of tying on the back with a hem cord, and that's it. So you have a bearable figure. And to really expose that good head sculpt, just take the helmet off. So I guess this is the end of my review for this Endor Leia Organa figure from the Star Wars Black series.